Well, you can probably tell by the rosy cheeks that I got a damn heavy pack. This is probably a lot more than I want to admit. The reason it's so heavy is because I'm packing in all my water. So I'm headed in for my official start of my 2025 mule deer hunt. So Clay and I got back from Alaska a week ago, and he said, you know what, since we've been in Alaska for so long, why don't you go take a week and go hunt for yourself? So that's what I'm doing. I got my trad bow and I've got the gear, and we are headed up the mountain. So it's late in the day. It took a while to get down here, to drive down here and find my spot, but we're here and now it's time to hike. So we're gonna head up and hopefully we'll see some deer. Got a buck tag in my pocket and we're gonna have a great time. So let's head up there and let's hunt. Well, I spotted some cows up on this ridge that I want to get up on tonight, but it is rugged country, and I think there's the potential to find a big mature mule deer buck in here. Now, obviously, since I have the trad bow, I'm going to be shooting the first legal deer I see, or can get in range of, but since this is a solo trip, my number one priority is safety, because one wrong step in this country and things could go bad real quick. Hopefully that will not be the last water we see, because this pack is so freaking heavy. Just got to take it slow, be careful. Even if I don't get all the way up to where I want to get tonight, I'd like to get up to that ridge, and that's 1,000 feet and about 2 miles, but we might only get halfway there because I just don't want to injure myself or put myself in a dangerous situation, especially when you're solo hunting. That's always the number one priority. Just gotta keep your eye on safety. All right, so camp tonight is gonna be right there. I'm pretty sure I just bumped a deer. I've been seeing deer sign, and there's this elderberry tree right here. Something just jumped up and stopped right on the other side, so it's probably less than 40 yards. It's bear season right now, and I have a bear tag in my pocket. So if I want to, I can go shoot this bear right now. Drifted down there and it's smelling me, but this bear has a white chest patch. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to go try to shoot this bear. So it's decision time. But we need to get up there, and if I go try to stalk this bear, it's gonna take so much time because I'd have to leave everything here. I mean, I might not be up till after dark if I tried to sneak on this thing. Alright, so I'm all suited up. We're going to kill this thing. No, I'm just joking, we're not. I really want to try, and I definitely think I could get within range because there's a lip right over there, and I could sneak over that lip. He'd probably feed up, but it would just kill all the rest of the time during the day. So on any other day, I would 100% take a stalk on that thing. But my priority needs to be getting up this mountain because bears are out feeding. Deer are probably out feeding. The main priority for this trip is deer. Tomorrow, if this bear is still around and we don't see deer, I think 100% we could go try to kill this bear. It is bear season now. Bear season opened in August, and then deer season opens tomorrow. So hunters are probably going to be coming up this trail in the morning. So he might get shot tomorrow morning, I don't know, but let's get up there, let's get camp set, and let's start glassing. There's those two cows I glassed from the bottom. I don't know if y'all know, but I have a bad fear of cows. Like I'm more scared of cows than I am bears. But those cows, man, I fucking hate cows. God. I don't know why I'm scared of them. They're just like big animals. They're like horses. I just don't like them. Fine with bears. Cows, no, don't like them. Come on, get. Come on, get out of here. Get. Come on, let's go. Worked a little better than I thought it would. Alright, we are up to main camp for night one. Hell of a pack in here. Without a doubt my toughest pack in yet. But I dropped the pack back there and I snuck over to this little lookout. I can see the back side of the ridge, so the side that we were headed towards, the farther stuff in. That might be a bear right there. Let me just check. But I can see that whole back side here, and then I can see further up this cut that goes up. So good looking country, and then all that stuff back there where the cows are is back on that side. So I'm gonna set up camp here, but I just want to take a little breather and just mainly pass over all this country here with binoculars, see if there's anything obvious. Then we'll go set up camp, and then last light we'll glass again probably on that side, a little more thorough, and then be up early tomorrow morning to continue to glass. Tomorrow's opening day, so there's the deer right there. Bunch of deer, buck. No way. Alright, so there's 3 does and a buck right there. Holy cow. Let's get the scope on them. Let's go. My wind's good, they got no idea I'm here. He's got forks in his back. He's a young deer, definitely a young deer, but not a bad deer. Something's rolling rocks over there. Definitely a young deer. They bedded up in this rocky stuff, that would actually be pretty easy to sneak into, because it'd be good cover and that wind should be going up. I think he's a 4x4. I think he's a mainframe 3x3 with eye guards. His backs are split, but his fronts are just single, but then he's got eye guards. So I think he's a 4x4. Tonight we are having beef stroganoff. And I am freaking looking forward to it because I've not eaten anything since this morning. And that was one brutal pack in today. Found deer, found a legal buck, and tomorrow's open in the morning, so I'm gonna chow down on this, and then we'll be up early to glass. I think we'll start over there, see if we can relocate that buck. Last I saw they were headed away, but should be able to refund them still, and then glass around everything else and just see what I can pick up. And if there's enough deer right here, we might just stay here, but otherwise we'll head up over that next hill. But that's, I mean, it's to get in back to that other spot where I wanted to get, it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna eat and head to bed, but good day, and our muley hunt has begun. Good morning. So it's officially deer season. It's October 10th. Had a good night last night and didn't have any trouble with the cows. So happy about that. But it's about 7:30, sun is just about to come up, and we are ready for a long day of glassing. So those does and buck are back there, but I think we're gonna glass the front stuff first, just because if any hunters are coming through this morning, I want to see what's over here before they come pushing them through, and any deer that are there will probably end up over here tonight, and so let's just see what's over here before they get bumped. There's some deer. Looks like some fawns. There was two fawns up on that far hillside, probably about 1,000 yards away. They were definitely both fawns, and I got one of them in the fawn scope for a second, but I could not find them, and I cannot find them for the life of me. So I don't know if they just dipped down to the timber or if they're just standing still. They're small deer, and that's a far hillside, so it's tough to pick them up. But I'm gonna keep looking for other deer. So I came to the backside. I was just glassing right over here earlier where I saw those two fawns. Camp is right up there. And I saw those bucks, or that buck and the does yesterday on the other side of there. I think this kind of a hillside would be where they'd be bedding during the day more, because it's going to not be in the sun. It'll be shaded, and there's a lot of timber. So it might come back once the sun comes up and it gets a little hotter and re-glass this. Oh, there's another bear. Another cinnamon bear. So those cows are right down below me, like 50 yards, just right below me. I came up and got above them, but I can see everything that I was looking at yesterday. Right here is where those deer were yesterday. And that bear, it was right in that, right where the shadow line meets the... But I think it went into that timber and I haven't seen it again. So there's definitely a couple bears in here. This trip might turn into a bear hunt. I'm definitely not gonna make a move on that thing right now because one, I lost it again. Oh, there it is. Let me get the scope on it. So I would not classify this bear as unhuntable, but I would classify it as unhuntable. I don't know. I mean, it looks about the exact same size, maybe a little bit smaller than the bear we saw yesterday. Definitely a different bear. I mean, I can't confirm that it's a different bear, but I just think it is, because I don't think a bear would go that far in one night. I mean, we saw that other bear all the way at the bottom of the canyon down there, and this is probably 3,500 feet of elevation higher and 3 miles away. So, it's possible, but unlikely. Got some cows in camp. So it's about 9 a.m. and came back off that side. Saw that bear over there, but no deer. So I'm coming back to camp. Probably gonna glass this side again, but might have to shoo these freaking cows out of camp first. Well, we are back on the board. So I came back over to the original spot we were glassing from this morning, below camp, and looked up high at first for where those fawns were. Couldn't find anything. Looked down in the bottom, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 does. I think 2 of them are the fawns that we saw up top that came down, and it looks like there's 3 other big does. My tag is buck only, so it's tough to say if there's going to be a buck with this group. There was a buck with the other group of does, so hopefully there is. And it looks like they're going to go up and bed up this drainage here, which would definitely be a possible spot to kill one. So I'm just going to watch them real close, and if I can find a buck in this group, then it's game on. I was just thinking about packing up and leaving this spot and going way up there, and because I was starting to think that there wasn't enough deer in here, but there's definitely some deer in here. So now we just got to figure out if there's a buck. Good news is that we found a buck. The bad news is he's technically a buck, but I don't know if he's legal, which is a pretty uncommon problem to have in Idaho, because the rules state for a buck to be legal in Idaho, he must have 1 antler longer than 3 inches. And so this deer is a spike, but he's like a tiny spike. Like, his antlers, genuinely, I don't think are more than 3 inches. One of his antlers, I think, is more, but it's like maybe 4. And then the other one's like 1.5 inches. So, legal deer, maybe, but I have to get a better look at him. So, I think we play it. I mean, I think we go down there. I think I'm going to just side hill, try to get closer, and then just see if I can get a better look at him. It's kind of tough. It's like Alaska, because like with Alaska, Clay and I were like constantly looking at the size of bulls because he didn't want to shoot a bull that was like not legal and then have it taken away. Same thing here. It's like, well, you can shoot the deer, but then if you get up to it and one of the antlers is not more than 3 inches, like I got one clip of him. I first saw his antlers when I was actually looking through the scope, like with my eyes, and then I put the phone back on and got one clip of him walking by. So maybe we can slow it down and see. It's timber sneaking time. So I just dropped off all my gear at the tent, and I'm gonna hop to the backside of this ridge, where it's gonna be nice and shaded and cool in the timber, which is where these deer should be right now. It's about 10:30, but it's hot. And I'm gonna give it, I don't know, 2 hours. Side hill this ridge all the way over, and then come up a little bit, and then side hill all the way back. So this is awesome. I just found a water source. So this is a cattle stock pond kind of thing. And it's left here for the cows to drink from. But that's running water right there. And that's where we're gonna get our water, so that's amazing. I did not know of any locations where there was water, but now I do. So I decided I'm just gonna set up here for a little while, maybe an hour or two. The wind is bad. The wind's pushing right down towards that pond where those deer are bedded. But I can't set up on the other side. So we're gonna just play. Well, it is a hot one. I don't know how hot exactly it is, but it's got to be close to 70. That's what it feels like, at least. So I am in one of the only patches of shade I could find, which is actually in the spot where I saw that buck and doe and the 3 does from last night, and where I saw that bear from this morning. So I'm tucked up under one of these. I'm not exactly sure what kind of tree this is. It's some kind of shrub. Tuck up under here with a little bit of shade. I've just been glassing around all these hillsides and haven't seen any deer, haven't seen any bears, haven't seen anything. When I got back from still hunting, the tent had really gotten blown around, and there was actually a bunch of dust inside of the tent. Alright, well, it has been a fun couple days up here, but my time on the mountain is coming to an end. So I'm headed down, got my pack all loaded up, and we're headed down the mountain because I'm actually going to head up north and head up for some whitetail hunting with my family. So the next few videos will be up north. I always try to make time for mule deer every year. They're one of my favorite animals to hunt, and I sure had a blast glassing bears and deer up here in the steep and rugged stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll see you on the next one. Man, that feels nice.